We're on to question 5.1. Let's have a look. Given that the square root of 13 sin x plus 3 is equal to 0, where x is an element of 90 and 270 degrees, let's solve for square root 13 sin x plus 3, because every other question is going to come from this. Let's start with square root 13 sin x plus 3 equal to 0. Therefore, square root 13 sin x will equal minus 3. Sin x will equal minus 3 over square root 13. So what we're saying is that sin x is equal to a negative number. So this is equal to something negative. So if we take, this is y, this is x, quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4, we know that sin is negative over here and negative over there. So it's negative in quadrant 3 and negative in quadrant 4. The other thing I want to say is sin x is equal to y over r. So now how do we determine if it's in quadrant 3 or quadrant 4? We then carry on by going, well, x is an element of 90 and 270 degrees. If we look over here, 90 is over there and 270 is over here. So somewhere in this quadrant is x. So this part says it's in between quadrants 2 and 3, and this over here says it's between quadrants 3 and 4. Therefore, the common quadrant is quadrant 3. So we're working in quadrant 3. I'm going to draw it in the top over here. We're in this quadrant here, quadrant 3. And what do we know? Sin x, as you can see, sin x is y over r. So what is y? Y is minus 3. What is r? It's square root 13. So going forward, we might need to know what the x value is. So how do we determine that? We use Pythagoras. That'll be x squared is equal to r squared minus y squared. What is r squared? Is square root 13 squared minus 3 squared. That'll equal 13 minus, well, let's go do the whole thing, 9, which equals 13 minus 9. Therefore, x squared is equal to 4, and therefore x is equal to the square root of 4, which is equal to plus minus 2. If we look where x falls on the minus part, so therefore x will equal minus 2. Now we can go to 5.1.1, and it says sin, open brackets, 360 plus x. So if we had to look at the graph, it's 360 plus x, so we're falling in quadrant 1. Therefore, sin x is equal to a positive value, because it's in quadrant 1. So it'll equal positive sin x. Now that we know that there's a positive sin x, we can now look at our graph on the top right. We know that sin x is equal to y over r. And what is y? Y is minus 3. What is r? Square root 13. Therefore, that is our answer. And I know in the questionnaire, they actually stop by saying sin is a positive x. I would actually recommend that you work it all the way down to the figures. Let's carry on with 5.1.2. So what is tan x equal to? Tan x is equal to y over x. And what does that equal? Well, y is minus 3 and x is minus 2. Therefore, tan x is equal to 3 over 2. Moving on to question 5.1.3. Cos, open brackets, 180 plus x, close bracket. So what does that mean? That helps us determine which quadrant it is. So if we go look here, this is 180 and it's plus x, so we fall into this quadrant. That would mean then that cos is negative. We have a negative cos x. Now let's just take for now the minus out, and then we got cos x over here. We know that cos x is x over r. And if we look over there, we got minus. What is x? X is minus 2. What is r? R is square root 13. That would then become a positive 2 over square root 13. Therefore, cos 180 plus x equals 2 over square root 13. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, please drop your question in the questions below. We'll read and respond as soon as possible. If you need more help with math, please click the link below. that goes to my channel and go view what we have available there.